Alrighty, guys, it is 3:30 this Monday, October 6th. Time to wrap it up. And all right, we got the holding day. ES hasn't extended. NASDAQ did extend. So the ES is kind of entering stage two. Let's see if they going to stay there or we're going to see a pop into the close. We'll see. Right now, they're kind of run out of gas here at that 2 o'clock hour. They were trying to take it higher, getting into that tempering, grinding it higher, and now they got a little bit of a knockdown. We'll see how it fares. But if they can't extend past that 6,800, we're going to stay range bound and still keep a bias to the upside to get started at least and see if you get attempts to take it higher in the overnight. But I would not be super aggressive on the short side just yet. Let this go. If this is stage two, we may see a little bit of a pullback and let's just start extending. If they take out that low here at the 64, 65, I think we are solidly in stage two, and then we're looking for a little bit of a spot to cut off the selling. But at this point, yes, they are range bound, but I would keep my bias to the upside and see if they want to try to take this higher. It's not too late. I mean, before they close, they can certainly get up here and extend. So if they do, we are back in stage one. If not, we stay in stage two. And so I'm not going to worry about the short side. If they start taking out that low at 67, 65, I'm going to assume that we're in stage two and looking for further weakness and try and look for spots where they're going to actually cut off the selling. So there we have it. So yes, that one trade on the ES for me early on. So I scratched that thing and that was it. So one contract, it's like three bucks on that. So nothing much to brag about. On the Nasdaq and the bonds. So the bond market, they're not going anywhere. They were down in the overnight, had a little bit of strength here going into the day session, and then it looks to me like they're slowly grinding to the downside. So watch this level, this 116.06, 116 even. If both of them comes out, I think we may have a problem going on. But at this point, I would look to buy against the sixes and this 116s, maybe down to the 28s. Rotations back up again. But we'll see. I mean, how this shutdown I start impacting the bond market. Because that bond market start moving, I think we may see a little bit more turbulence in the markets. On the Nasdaq side of things, I did take one more trade today. I was when they started trading back up here and towards the highs. I tried a short trade, pretty aggressive. No, I was not. I had a pretty aggressive stop on it, but when it didn't look like they were going to, they were going to take it lower. I kind of scratched that trade. So I got $9 with two trades. So I'm basically paying commissions for today. So that's about it. With Nasdaq extended, so they are back up here, extended the day session, so they're still in stage one, heading higher. So trade up on the long side of the market. If they take out that 25 100s, I would be back thinking stage two and retracement, a little bit further retracement. But initially looking to buy against the 25 190s and the 25 100s for rotations back up. They have it on the Nasdaq. Nice, they've been in massive grind. And basically the AI trade is really what's driving it. Quantum stocks, AI, power, all that stuff going with the AI trade is kind of flying high today. Finally, looking at oil and gold and the ES, I said oil is going to stay range bound, hasn't done much at all. We're rolling next Thursday to the December expiration, so that's pretty much where we are on that one. So staying range bound on oil, looking to sell strength 62, 62.25. We're going to buy weakness, going to be a little bit lower here at the 61.20 and the 61s for rotations back up again. So that's kind of where I'm starting on the on oil. Gold. Look at that. They almost took it up here to 4,000. I'm thinking that they may still try to do it. I was watching this for a bit here, thinking that maybe an opportunity for a long trade. And I was on this, and when it pulled back like this, I was watching this pullback from that high. And I was thinking, like, damn, I can't quite make up my mind where to get long here. So I just skipped it because it's just too volatile. It does this and then it can move higher or lower violently. So I just skipped it, and then they just been grinding higher, back up here again slowly. But you have to really be patient sitting in that thing and wait for them to, wait for them to figure it out. But so at this point, stay on the long side on gold and see how far they can take it. I would expect 4,000 gold in the overnight, unless they can actually unless they can get that done before they close. But I'm thinking 4,000 on gold going into the overnight. So stay on the long side and see how far they can take it. And then back to the ES. So the ES and Nasdaq, big question mark. Are we going to see extensions, a little bit of strength in the close, or are they going to just kind of flop around in the middle here? Or maybe even some weakness, but both ES and Nasdaq, we're starting from the long side. The ES did not extend, so if that doesn't extend, that could potentially set the stage for a stage two pullback. But sometimes you get just one little holding day like this, and then they take it higher the next day. So we'll see how it fares. But stay on the long side for now. On the ES, watch that lower edge, 65, 67, 65. That comes out, and then we have a problem. I'll take off. Start looking for that retracement at that point. And on the Nasdaq, you can a little bit more aggressive on that guy, but below that 20, 25, 100 is where that goes on the Nasdaq. But staying on the long side on both of these, let's see how they actually end up closing. But we're still in the government shutdown. We're not getting a bunch of news, so let's gonna see how things shake out. All right, guys, we'll leave it there, and I'll see you back bright and early in the morning later.